It was in South Africa that Gandhi conceptualized and developed his unique philosophy of nonviolent resistance, which he termed satyagraha, meaning truth force, or holding firmly to truth. This method transcended passive resistance, advocating for active, yet non-violent, civil disobedience against unjust laws. His campaigns included challenging the discriminatory Black Act, requiring Indians to carry registration passes, and protesting against the poll tax, which burdened Indian laborers. Through these struggles, Gandhi refined his techniques, enduring repeated imprisonments and severe hardship, yet always adhering to truth and nonviolence. He organized mass protests, boycotts, and marches, mobilizing thousands and demonstrating the power of collective nonviolent action. His unwavering commitment to satyagraha ultimately forced the South African government to negotiate, marking his first significant victory. Gandhi's final days were marked by profound sorrow over partition and the communal violence that erupted across the newly independent nations. He undertook fasts to protest atrocities and tirelessly walked through riot-torn areas, appealing for peace, understanding, and reconciliation. His message remained consistent: unity and nonviolence were the only path forward. Tragically, on January 30, 1948, while on his way to a prayer meeting in Delhi, Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated by Nathuram Godse, a Hindu nationalist. His death plunged India and the world into mourning, but his legacy transcended the tragedy. Gandhi's philosophy of satyagraha has inspired countless civil rights movements globally, from Martin Luther King Jr.'s fight for racial equality to Nelson Mandela's anti-apartheid struggle, cementing his place as an eternal symbol of peace, truth, and nonviolent resistance. With his methods proven, Gandhi launched the non-cooperation movement in 1920, urging Indians to withdraw from all forms of cooperation with the British government, including boycotting goods, institutions, and elections. This was a direct challenge to colonial authority, aiming to cripple administration through nonviolent resistance. While the movement was later suspended due to violence, it demonstrated the immense power of organized non-cooperation. A decade later, in 1930, he spearheaded the iconic Salt Satyagraha, famously known as the Dandi March. This act of civil disobedience protested the British monopoly on salt production and taxation, symbolizing the broader struggle for self-rule. Gandhi, with thousands, marched over 240 miles to the Arabian Sea to illegally make salt, sparking widespread protests and galvanizing the nation, forcing the British to acknowledge popular support for independence. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, revered globally as Mahatma, was born on October 2, 1869, in Porbandar, Gujarat, into a Hindu Modh Bania family. His father, Karamchand Gandhi, served as the Diwan chief minister of Porbandar, while his mother, Putlibai, was a devoutly religious woman who deeply influenced his moral upbringing with her principles of nonviolence and asceticism. Gandhi's early education was unremarkable. He was a shy and mediocre student. However, the seeds of his future dedication to truth and service were subtly sown through his family's values and the diverse religious influences present in his childhood home. In 1888, at the age of 19, he embarked on a significant journey to London, England, to study law, a decision that would ultimately prepare him for a path far grander than a legal career. Gandhi's true awakening as an activist began in 1893, when he accepted a year-long contract to work as a lawyer in South Africa. Upon his arrival, he was immediately confronted with pervasive racial discrimination, particularly against Indians and other non-white communities. The most pivotal incident occurred shortly after his arrival. He was forcibly removed from a first-class train compartment at Pietermaritzburg, despite holding a valid ticket, solely because of his race. This humiliating experience was a turning point, solidifying his resolve to fight injustice. He extended his stay for over 2 decades, tirelessly working to secure rights for the Indian community. He quickly organized various groups, forming the Natal Indian Congress in 1894, which aimed to address the systemic discrimination faced by Indians and to build a unified political voice. As World War II raged, Gandhi launched the Quit India movement in 1942, demanding immediate British withdrawal. This intensified pressure on the colonial government, leading to widespread arrests of Congress leaders, including Gandhi. Despite imprisonment, the movement created an unprecedented urgency for independence. Post-war, as Britain's resolve weakened, negotiations for India's freedom gained momentum. However, the prospect of independence was shadowed by escalating demands for a separate Muslim state, Pakistan, leading to the painful decision of partition. Gandhi vehemently opposed the division of India, fearing unimaginable bloodshed and communal strife. Despite his fervent pleas for unity, partition was decreed. He spent the agonizing days before and after independence in areas ravaged by communal violence, tirelessly working to douse hatred and restore peace, deeply saddened by the nation's fracturing. Within the Indian National Congress, Gandhi emerged as a towering figure, transforming it from an elite body into a mass movement. His political ideology was deeply intertwined with his moral and spiritual beliefs. He championed Swaraj self-rule, not just as political independence, but as self-control for individuals and communities. He advocated for economic self-sufficiency, promoting khadi hand-spun cloth as a symbol of Indian self-reliance and a means to alleviate rural poverty. Gandhi tirelessly worked for the upliftment of the untouchables, whom he called Hariyan's children of God, striving to eradicate caste discrimination and promote social equality. His vision for India was one of communal harmony, urging Hindus and Muslims to live together peacefully. Through his simple lifestyle, he inspired millions and became the moral compass of the independence movement. Gandhi returned to India in 1915, by then already known as a nationalist, theorist and organizer. He spent his initial years traversing the vast country, observing the plight of its people and understanding the grassroots issues that plagued the nation under British rule. His first major interventions were the Champaran Satyagraha in 1917, where he championed the cause of indigo farmers oppressed by British planters, and the Kheda Satyagraha in 1918, supporting peasants suffering from crop failure and plague. He also lent his support to the Caliphate movement, an effort by Indian Muslims to restore the Ottoman Caliphate, forging a rare alliance between Hindus and Muslims against British authority. These early campaigns allowed Gandhi to test his Satyagraha principles on Indian soil, and solidified his position as a respected leader capable of mobilizing citizens.